everybody. Boom. Been waiting for this for a long time. It was on back order and it finally came. I heard the knock on the door, seen that it shipped, so ordered a new swim bait rod. And I wanted to unbox it for you all because I'm very excited about this. I only have one swim bait rod right now, the Dobyns Fury 795. It's been a great rod. But I was like, you know, there's not many shorter swim bait rods on the market. That one's 7'9", which is long, but not super long for a swim bait rod. Most are about 8 foot. Been looking for a while and finally decided to go ahead and order this one. It's the IROD Genesis 3, the Sniper Swim. So it's 7'6", but it's still rated for 2 to 6 ounce baits. Just opened it up. I want to see how it feels, and I'm going to do it right here on camera. Initial impressions, see the action on it, stuff like that. I'm excited about this. In a kayak, like I said, a 7'9" is a good size. That rod is a great rod. I recommend it. But sometimes when I'm fishing ponds, when I'm fishing up in tight cover, like a shorter rod would be better. And I know, you know, 7'9" to 7'6" doesn't seem like a huge difference, but it is, you know, when casting, when you're up against the bank and stuff like that, it makes a difference. I didn't see any that, you know, 7'3" or 7'4", anything that would suit my needs of going up to that, you know, 4 or 5 ounce bait range. Not that I throw that heavy of baits, but if, you know, typically these rods are rated for higher than they can actually handle. So like this is a 2 to 6 ounce rod. I don't expect to throw 6 ounce baits on it, which I don't have any, but I think it would be hopefully good for that 3, 4 ounce range. So let's go ahead and get it out of here and see. I am excited. Oh my gosh. Wait on my table. All right, I'll inspect this later. You know, maybe some goodies down in that tube, I don't know. Wow. Get all this plastic off of it. Very light. 2 to 6 ounce. Sniper Swim, okay. Genesis 3, IROD Genesis 3 is the right rod. So, let's see here. First impressions, this feels really light. I want to get a reel on here and get a bait on the end of it to feel, but it almost feels like a jig rod compared to that other one. So I have to see how it holds up with, you know, I'm gonna put on a 4 ounce bait here on the second, on it here in a second. But I want to see how it actually feels once I get that bait on it, because it feels extremely light for a swim bait rod, which is awesome. That's what I was looking for. 7'6" definitely is a touch shorter. It feels good. I really like the handle size. I was, you know, kind of nervous about, you know, is the handle gonna work and everything against my forearm. It's got a nice long handle. The split grip, I don't mind at all. It's got the EVA or whatever it is right here. Feels good, it's beautiful. Yeah, let me get a reel on here. Let me stop this video, put a reel on here, tie a bait on it, and then feel that and see how it feels after I put the reel and the bait on it. So yeah, first impressions, looks good, feels good. Very fast tip, which is fine. I like a little bit stiffer rod. Yeah, all right. All right, so I took the reel off of my Dobyns 795, and I got them side by side here, both without a reel. Very similar, honestly. Very, very, very similar, which is fine because this has been a great rod for me. It's gonna take me some time to actually... All right, I don't know why it just stopped there. But yeah, so I was saying I got it next to the 795. They feel very similar. This is just a little bit shorter. But it's rated for, you know, an ounce heavier, just to get me hopefully better into that 4 ounce range, because this was a little bit underpowered when I started getting around 4. But they both feel really similar. Feels good in the hand. It's going to take some time fishing with it to actually get the feel and see how I like the rod for casting, and making sure the hookup ratio is good, making sure it bends good into a fish, things like that. But as of now, yeah, it actually is very similar to the 795. Which is okay, because it's a great rod. So let me put a reel on it, put a bait on it, and see how that feels. All right, put my reel on here, put a almost 4 ounce bait, and I can right off the bat tell you, it's gonna handle this. You can just kind of feel when the bait's a little bit too heavy for a rod. Like if I put this on my 795, it just feels, you know, like, okay, it can do it, but not comfortably. This is gonna handle this fine. This rod feels good. I have a Curado 300 on it. I'm a big fan of the low profile reels. I'm gonna be honest with you, the big round reels are cool, I guess. They work good, they're built like tanks, but they're uncomfortable, so, to me. So I stick right here with the low profile. I don't think it'd have a problem handling this almost 4 ounce bait. Feels good. Feels a little bit lighter than the 795, even though it handles a little bit heavier of a weight. It's got this handle that fits right here by your elbow, so when you're working a bait or you're casting, you can pin it right there. It's a good length. I like it. And another reason why I got this is I'm not a fan of a bunch of rod and reels. I'm a fan of having, you know, just a few at a time. And I mean, I have to because I'm on a kayak, but I'm a fan of having only a few rod and reels that can serve a bunch of, you know, a purpose, that can serve a bunch of techniques rather. So like, I can grab this and throw a soft plastic boot tail. I can throw a weight bait. I can throw a bigger glide bait. Like I don't want to have a different rod for every technique. Same thing, when I go with my 7-foot medium heavies, I'm throwing a jig on it, I'm throwing a Texas rig, I'm throwing a spinner bait, throwing a buzz bait, I'm throwing, you get the point, a lot of different techniques, swim jig, a lot of different techniques on each rod and reel, and I feel like this is gonna fit that for me. So I'm gonna be able to take this out, bring all my swim baits, and that's it. This is my swim bait rod. Doesn't matter what I'm throwing it on here. So feels good to me right now. First impressions feel good. Feels very light, very stiff tip, which is fine for me. You can offset that by running monofilament if you want to. I know, monofilament. Monofilament's great. I don't have a problem with it. I run fluorocarbon mostly, but just because I do fish glide baits and boot tails and stuff, but if I was just gonna have like a weight bait setup, I would rather have monofilament. So we'll see. That's how you can kind of offset the stiffness of it. But we'll see how it keeps fish pinned, how it casts. In the near future, you'll be seeing me out there using it, and I'll definitely have a follow-up after springtime or during springtime when I get out there and I'm able to catch some fish throwing around this rod. First impressions feels great. Can't wait to fish. If it wasn't pouring down rain and thunderstorming right now, which I'm happy we're getting because it's been a drought in Texas, very bad. But if it wasn't looking like that out there right now, I would go today and cast this at the pond just to get a feel for it. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. New rod and reel, this IROD Genesis 3 Sniper Swim. Look forward to using it, see how it holds up, and I can give you more of a long-term review, but this was just the initial unboxing. So far, no complaints. So it feels good on this Curado 300. We'll see what it can do here in the future.